The plan was simple. We were going to go for a sudden breakthrough through a strong ground force, first starting with an heli-borne rush landing infantry in early positions. Then it would be followed up by a supporting motorized convoy. Afterwards an armored fist would break through to their base and end the game before it even starts. However, like all plans, it never survives the first contact. At first everything seems to go well after I land literal paratroopers. However, remember when I said this was meant for a strong ground force? Well, the enemy team was not a strong ground force, they were a strong air force, and the second they saw huge convoys of vehicles, they decided to bring out their air forces in full. You could call that a disaster, or even a highway of death. The other survivors of the convoy retreat into the woods to live to fight another day. However, 4 Ruicats managed to evade this most tragic fate for now, and managed to sneak up on a modern T-80 tank. The last one nearly manages to escape but gets killed by a rocket plane via a treacherous backstab. So what happens on the left side? Well, the guy brought a modern main battle tank, but barely any infantry, to garrison the town. So he tries a tried and true method to defend it, bringing a tank into an urban environment. At some point he rage quits, then I get control of his tank, then it becomes my job to save a lost cause. Despite the enemy's best attempts, or my teammates' best attempts, and a 3,000-kilogram bomb, I managed to save the lost cause and get it back to a safe place to repair, along with bringing the reinforcements to that side. Meanwhile, on right, a sneaky opportunist would use the opening he had to push into our point. But his affair doesn't last for very long before we push him back out, then bomb his CP. Back on left, they once again made an attempt on the town, this time using special forces. We would have kept it had it not been for a laser-guided bomber and a rocket plane. Now remember the survivors of the tank convoy. They tried to make a suicidal break for their base for some reason. I don't know why exactly, however I assume it's 'cause otherwise they would have been picked off one by one. After right and left stabilize, middle tries an impromptu attack on the central town to take a foothold in it. Unfortunately, riflemen are not good against anything really, so they all just end up getting destroyed. Back on the left, I managed to sneak some British lines behind their line. Shenanigans ensue. Afterwards, the game is practically over, however. But what happens in the skies after all the enemy air spam on start? Well, nothing short of violent aerial skirmishes. First we have an F-15C that puts in some work on the enemy air forces. But then it gets destroyed shortly after its debut.
Humiliation.
But then we get the true star of the show, the Eurofighter, one that managed to become an aerial ace after eliminating aircraft after aircraft. Unfortunately, after his stardom in the sky, a questionable Tunguska shoots it down, ending his time as a star in the sky. After that, the Tornadoes continue the legacy of the Eurofighter, along with increased ability for close air support presence. But alas, despite our Eurofighter and best effort on the ground, the score was basically neck and neck. Do you remember this F-104S? It would be the thing that ultimately causes us to lose. Flying carefree, much like in his younger years, the F-104 flew around without a care in the world. However, the Buck missile system behind him did care. Conclusion: air spam is bad, and you should never do it. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, otherwise bye.